And it's due the 7th, you know?
The federal government, they haven't gotten back to you?
No, it's, no, actually, I don't think the government has anything to do with Part D, to tell you the truth, they never paid for it. What I have, because they changed it. Don't they drop things from the formulary?
Alrighty, it is 4:30. It is now still December 4th, that we are at Carmel-by-the-Sea City Council. Can I get a roll call, please, Nova?
Councilmember Barron?
Here.
Councilmember Drama? Here. Councilmember Ferlito?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Richards?
Here.
Mayor Potter?
Here.
All are present.
Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and open up the meeting. We're going to go with public comments first, but we'd like to have council read the new rules.
Yes, certainly, and this is set forth in the agenda. This has to do with public appearances and public comment. Members of the public are entitled to speak on matters of municipal concern not on the agenda during public appearances. Each person's comments shall be limited to 3 minutes or as otherwise established by the chair or mayor. Persons are not required to provide their names. However, it is helpful for speakers to state their names so they may be identified in the minutes of the meeting. Under the Brown Act, public comment for matters on the agenda must relate to that agenda item, and public comments for matters not on the agenda must relate to the subject matter jurisdiction of this legislative body, and here that being the City Council. Hateful, violent, and threatening speech is impermissible public comment as it disrupts the conduct of the public meeting. This is a warning that if a member of the public attending this meeting remotely violates the Brown Act by failing to comply with these requirements of the Brown Act, then that speaker will be muted. And that's the end of the statement.
Alrighty, so that will then go ahead. We'll go ahead on to the consent calendar because we're going to delay the public comment until later. Is that correct?
Yes.
The calendar's been moved
Yes.
around a little bit. Okay,
Yes.
so we'll move the consent calendar. 6 items on the consent calendar. Is there any member of council wishing to pull an item? I don't see anybody. Is there anybody in the public wishing to pull an item? I don't see anybody. We'll bring it back for action from the council members.
Oh, actually, I did want to make a comment.
May make a comment.
Yes, I'm very concerned by how there's over 350 tree removals already, I believe. Was in the report something like that, and I'm just very concerned that we're losing our upper canopy in particular, but I hope that we're going to do better about the replacements. There's no way we're going to plant 350 trees, but the replacements that we do plant should be taken care of so that they do survive, because we're losing trees right and left. So that was my comment on that report.
All righty. That noted, we need an action on the consent calendar. Council members.
Make the motion, we move the consent agenda?
I'll second that.
Motion is second. Is there any other discussion? Nova, could we get a roll call, please?
Yes. Councilmember Barron?
Yes.
Councilmember Drama?
Yes.
Councilmember Ferlito?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Richards?
Yes.
Mayor Potter?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. That just moves us on to one order of business. We have that as an urgency ordinance by the City Council of Carmel-by-the-Sea regarding Mills Act contracts.
That's my item. This is, as you've indicated, Mayor, an urgency ordinance of the city. It does pertain to Mills Act contracts. And The staff report itself sets forth the background regarding the Mills Act and the legal authority under state law for a Mills Act. And the Mills Act does authorize the city to contract with the owner of property for the preservation of a qualified historical property. There are various sections of your municipal code, in addition to state law, pertaining to Mills Act contracts. On November 7th of 2023, the council reviewed the Mills Act policies of the city, including your municipal code, and the council gave direction at that time to return with an urgency ordinance such that there would not be any further applications for Mills Act contracts until after the city had completed its review of the Mills Act policies. I want to mention that the proposed urgency ordinance does not apply to the 4 Mills Act contracts that were presented to the City Council at its meeting on October 3 of 2023. So the recommended action would be a motion to adopt the urgency ordinance of the City Council of the City of Carmel-by-the-Sea regarding the Mills Act contracts. And I'm prepared to read the title of the ordinance whenever you're ready.
Is there any questions of council by the council? I don't see anybody. Is there anybody in the public with a concern with this item? I don't see anybody.
There's no hands raised on Zoom.
All right.
So-
Back to Hills.
So the title of this ordinance is its urgency ordinance number 2023-008. It's an urgency ordinance of the City Council of the City of Carmel-by-the-Sea regarding Mills Act contracts. The appropriate action at this time would be a motion to adopt the urgency ordinance.
I'll make a motion to adopt the urgency ordinance regarding the Mills Act contracts.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. Any other discussion? I don't hear any. All right. Nova, would you call the roll, please?
Okay. Councilmember Barron?
Yes.
Councilmember Dramoff?
Yes.
Councilmember Ferlito?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Richards?
Yes.
Mayor Potter?
Aye.
Motion carries.
That brings us to closed session. It's an opportunity for any member of the public to speak on any item that's not on tonight's agenda, including the item that we're going to close session on. Is there anybody wishing to speak? I don't see anybody.
There's no speakers on Zoom.
Okay, Council, would you like to run out why we're going to close session?
Yes, I can do that. Our closed session this afternoon is a conference with legal counsel, existing litigation. It's authorized by Government Code Section 54956.9D1. The name of the case is Teresa Bucola versus City of Carmel-by-the-Sea, United States District Court case, and the case number is in the agenda.
All right.
Okay,
If we
so I'm
can
going to end this meeting, and then I have to start a new Zoom meeting where the attorney is going to join. So just take me a second.
Okay.
Who was the 415 number? Was that the attorney?
No, I think that was Walters. Yeah, Mick Walters.
Did we give him a chance to speak?
He never raised his hand. So.
Hmm.
Did we do public appearance?
Yeah, we did.
He said public comment, closed session.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so. I think he joined early, but the meeting hadn't started, so let me just email him now and tell him it started. Oh, there he is. Okay. I'm going to make him a co-host and then I'll leave.
While she's doing that, I had a copy made of the memorandum that you received. Does anybody want to see that? Karen, did you want a copy?
Hi, Jonathan, can you hear us?
Mayor, did you want a copy of that?
Do you want this back?
Yes. Please.
Okay, so now
I'll write it.
Do a sound check.
Jonathan, can you say something, sir?
Hello, good evening. Our